this lever? What is this guy doing stopping right in front of me? All of those are patterns. Anybody taking dance lessons? Two-step, I did. Square dance, tango. The more you recognize the patterns, the more certain you get, the more centered you are on the dance floor. To where you have peace of mind dancing in front of your friends. Hundreds of people. It's what you've been doing your whole lives. In every case. To learn something, you're going to recognize the patterns, to become certain, become centered, and have peace of mind about that subject. Now we have the pattern that we can prove, so you can be certain. Of course, it takes your own. I got mine. I would, for the last 4 years, studied in depth all of this stuff. I have my own certainty about this pattern, centering and peace of mind about it. But it's now available. A pattern of the last 16.4 billion years of everything that's happened. And the fact that the pattern shows things are getting better and better. No matter what it looked like at the time, we are evolving. And the situation is getting better and better and better. That will go forward into our future too. Because this ethics is scheduled to overcome power. Just like power overcame law. Have you recognized that? Law overcame reason, didn't it? Didn't it? We studied the law for quite a bit ourselves, just previous to coming here, for about 20 months. And there's very little reason or sanity in the way laws are written. Laws overcame reason. Then, actually, I should point this out, that during this period of time, during the fourth day of this cycle right here, law overcame reason. During the fourth section of this right here, which was from 1874 to 1894, was the fourth day. That's when power overcame law. That's when Carnegie and Rockefeller and Westinghouse all were becoming corporate powers that overcame the laws of nations and people. So we have ethics coming in now, and during the fourth day, which is 2005, ethics will overcome power. We're just watching the throes of a dying animal right now. It's going to look bad, but there's lots of goodness past it. So, peace of mind comes from being, when you're centered. Centeredness comes from certainty, and certainty comes from the recognition of these patterns. So you can look out there and see what's going on and know with certainty that things are getting better. It's going to be very important. You're outnumbered. There are more people worried than certain. There's more people afraid of the future than looking forward to it. That you know. You're outnumbered. So it's very important that you have this as down as you can get it. At our webpage, we have a webpage, and there on the webpage are articles and dates and places to look up data and match the dates so that you yourself can do the research. And don't rely on me or anybody else. It's your certainty you're looking for, not mine. Does that make sense? What? The website. Yeah. I'll just write it big on another piece because I wanted to do something else there. Okay, here's the website. Of course, it's got the W's. I'm glad I had lots of room to write, you know? It's Mayan, that's M-A-Y-A-N, and then Magix is spelled M-A-J-I-X.com. And you go to the learning lab. There's a little button that says Learning Lab. That's where you're going to find lots of the information, and then articles. We've got something like 1,500 articles there. Have fun. I know the winters are long here. Hey, there's a lot to read. I can give you, what I want to do, though, is I want to give you just a little bit of this data. I mean, please go research this for yourself. But I want to give you just a little smattering of it right here, of this pattern, so you can, so you know. Here is, all of this is the national cycle. This is the first day, first night, second day, second night, all that, all the way down. During the first day of the national cycle, let me show you where that was. That was from 3115 BC forward, okay? This is the national cycle. Here we are in this one. That one is 3115 BC, then the power cycle, and then ethics, or then galactic cycle. What happened in the very first day of that is this was the first idea of one God. Remember there used to be lots of gods? I mean, all the reasons, you know, there was a rock god, there was a tree god, there was a sky god, there was a... well, right here was the first idea that there was just one God in charge of everything, or created everything. During the first night, which is the application of that, Abraham moved to Canaan and started up a church for that one God. That was the application of that. Then, down here, I'm going to skip a little bit. Down here, the third day is always, when the truth comes forward, comes busting forward. They're in the third day. That third day of that cycle was when Moses received the 10 Commandments. Has that got anything to do with law? Boy, it was laying it down. During that third day, boom, the law was laid down, and that's what the national cycle was all about. Then, during the third night, Islam was created during this third night. And Pythagoras was developing his theories of geometry during this third night. Okay? During the fourth day, right here, during the fourth day, Confucius, Lao Tzu, which was a very important Chinese philosopher, Buddha, and the idea of reincarnation in India. That's what happened during the fourth day. Right in the middle of this cycle. What we have here is, down here in the fifth day, of course, there was Jesus. Okay, down here was more about the second thing of Islam. Here, and the sixth day was